game here at beautiful, brilliant Blackheath.
Rugby club.
We have the visiting Norwich Devils out there in the blue up against the London Olympians, the home team.
Just getting ready for the coin toss. The captains for the London Olympians are number 25, Ashton Campbell, number 68, Sasha, number 1, Bluey Thompson at wide receiver, and number 8, Shadrach at DB. Those are the 4 captains for the London Olympians. And the captains for the Norwich Devils, hard to see from here, but we have number 50, James Saband, number 9, Connor Whedon, number 95, Seth Shipley, and the last number is evading me, number 25, Joe Jacobs.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, not sure if you noticed, but we had local MP Clive Efford doing a coin toss. He's been a proud Labour member of the Parliament for Eltham since he was first elected back in 1997, so a long time ago.
That's nice, the local community and the MPs getting involved.
Nice to get involved with the locals, yep. Now, Olympians kicking off to Norwich here. And that's going to be, we'll see number 18.
So we have back to return number 12, Ray Seymour, and number, hard to see the numbers from this far out. Next time I have to bring some binoculars or something so I can see the numbers. Looks like 14, which is Ollie Engler.
14 and 12, we've got Francisco Santana and Ray Seymour back there returning 4.
Kicking off for London Olympians is Said. Good kick.
Big kick down there. And that's going to be tipped in.
Didn't catch it cleanly.
Left for a touchback. And that's going to be first down for the Norwich Devils around about the 25-yard line.
So let's go. Lovely weather. It's cooled down a bit.
Just in time to start my drink and I don't want the ice to melt.
Quinn's left.
It's an interesting start. Hand off by number 9. Run into the same area and I think they've hit each other. At number 8 and number 17 out there. It was Shamar Grosvenor and Javaris Samuels almost with the miscommunication there. An incompletion thrown by Connor Whedon to start off. That brings us 2nd and 10.
Interesting, because like I said, they were very run heavy last week. So for them to can't play action and pass the ball, you know, it shows that they're trying to do something maybe a little bit different. Maybe try to get their receivers involved, keep them happy.
Could be some of the reinforcements we heard about, you know. Whedon takes a snap,
QB.
drops, holds one back, and that's intercepted. Latwin Moses again. We've heard the name ducking and diving and making his way down and squeezing out of another tackle, and he's still going. Pitches it over to Campbell, and he's taken down just inside, just around about the 10-yard line.
Nice. Good start for the London Olympians. Offense is on the ball.
It's a fantastic start for the London Olympians.
So what do you think here?
On the field straight away already.
Hand off to number 22, Chucky.
I think, yeah, set the run game, see if you can
Keep
make
it
sure
nice
you
and
can
simple.
dominate. Yeah, make sure you can dominate on the gun first, you know. As we saw, the Devils went there with a pass first time. Unfortunately for them, it didn't pay off, and then eventually, again, they're throwing a pick. So
the first pass was nearly picked up as well, so
100%.
they need to have a think about what they're doing in the next offensive drive, see what they can do to get some momentum back, especially if they go down, a score down early.
100%. And I think the Olympians here, looking here with, obviously we've got Benjamin in the backfield. You could see him in the huddle. It looks like we could see them. The referees made a decision.
So
still first down to the London Olympians, but they will have a 5-yard penalty for the pitch that turned out to be a forward pitch in the end.
I don't understand why they've marked the markers at 2nd down. It should be first. There we go. Chains have been set.
Either way.
First down.
So, Calder under center. Motion in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hand off to Chucky Benjamin. Weaves his way through a gap and
minimal
finally
gain,
gets
maybe 3-4 yards
down after a couple of yards gain.
Second and 8. Still can get a first down. Now, it's still early. How aggressive would you want to go if you don't get the first down or to get the touchdown? Do you go for it fourth or you take the 3 points?
Looking at the previous score, I'd be aggressive, and it looks like they are being quite aggressive, and they've got a catch over on the far side. Who is that?
Yeah.
It's number 1, the man himself, Blue Thompson, Mr. Dependable Hands. Puts him right on the goal mouth there. Very close, very, very close.
Say about
give it a few
first
yards.
4.
I'd say about 2-3. From the angle we're looking at, it's tough to see, but
yeah,
the referee is pretty
me personally,
close.
I just hand it off 4 times. Just literally hand it off. QB drop. Wow, that is not what you want to see. Unlucky. QB fumbled a snap, but he dived on it. Make sure that Olympians kept the ball.
That's going to bring up second and goal, but they've kept the ball, and that's the important thing. You don't want to see another turnover there. You want to make sure you punch that in from the good field position they had from the turnover. They're going to feel like they have to score on a possession like this. And even though it's early days, it's early doors, they still want to put some points on the board.
Touchdown.
Quarterback throws a little seam over the...
Number 85, Karen Herlock, wide receiver.
Count it about a 3-yard touchdown there over the middle.
It looks like they're going for one, kick the field goal. Good start, that's what you want as a coordinator. Short field.
Yeah, maybe a couple of hiccups along the way. No, not too many, but not too many plays, not too many loss of yards or any real problems there as they are going for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and Sharif splits the upright.
Extra point is good.
Extra point is good, and that's going to bring the kickoff team back for the Olympians.
Olympians 7, Devils 0. It's toasty out here.
Very.
So it took 2 plays for Olympians to get the offense back on the board. What are we getting? Over and under 3 plays for the offense to get the ball back.
You know, I think the Norwich Devils are going to try something different this time. I think
they're going to go back to their ground game.
They have to go back to the ground. They have to establish something, establish at least some of a drive and keep the ball going on the ground, because 2 plays there. The first play nearly intercepted, second play almost identical, and it was picked off. You know, they're not going to be happy about that result.
It is a very young Devils team. We've heard that. You know, it's a lot of uni students in first and second years. Maybe they're lacking a little bit of experience.
We'll see what this return duo of Santana and Seymour can do. We've heard of them previously. I know they previously were. There's another big kick goes again.
To number 12.
This time towards Seymour. Little run up the middle, makes a couple of man miss and gets brought down around about the 25 to 30 yard line. Say a marginal increase for the Norwich Devils there, but we'll see what their offense can bring out this time.
They have to get something going. You don't want to allow the Olympics just to tee off you. It will get ugly very quickly. Got pro, twins right, the defense is right hand side. Pass again.
Whedon looks to throw one and it's batted down by number 99. Clavs re-extends.
I don't understand. From everything I've seen from the Devils so far, in terms of the game they played against last week, they're a heavy run team. They're moving away from what they're known for, trying something different, and so far it has not worked out. Again, now
quick
pass
throw.
screen.
Throws us a number 8 there. Shamar Grosvenor makes a couple of moves here and there and gets brought down around about
It's
the
not
20-yard
working.
line. They just don't seem to be getting anything. I think they maybe seem to be struggling on the O-line to really establish those lanes, or maybe they're just really trying to establish a pass game and trying to force that. That's to beg the question, are they missing something in the run game? Are they missing someone important? Have they just decided to go different? Now, Whedon drops, throws on to Seymour.
Oh, okay.
Makes a lovely move there.
We like that.
Gets absolutely swarmed there by Olympians.
Not too bad. Some positive yardage.
It's a small game, but it's going to bring up 4th and long. Which, want us to beg the question, has that been an improvement?
Not really. 4th and 11, 12. No real positive yards gained.
I would say from the perspective of not turning the ball over, there's been something, at least. Now,
You're being very nice.
Pending this punt, assuming they get off a very good punt,
you're
they
being
can
very
give themselves
nice.
good field position. There's always positives to take out of it. You always got to look at it as
I hear that.
there's a long game to go. They could just switch on all of a sudden, but
Well, let's see.
guess we'll have to wait and see now.
Because if they go 2-3 scores down, levels of motivation and heads will drop. Especially if it's 3 scores and there's 3 quarters to go.
100%. There's currently only 1 score, so that's something to look at. Now, London Burrell looking to punt this here, and got Blue Thompson lined up round about the 30-yard line, looking to return it. That is a horrible spinner. That is going absolutely nowhere.
Pick it up for a touchdown? No.
He's picked it up and he's still going.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Play hasn't been dead. Play hasn't been ruled dead. He's still going.
And that is the scuffle going on with
An incident going on here.
Danny.
Some old friends who haven't seen each other and they're giving each other a hug. He really, really pleased to see him. And there's another guy who's really.
I don't even see how that started.
Something happened.
Altercation. I didn't see what happened. This is where it would be nice if you could go replay. Oh, look, we are getting oh no. I thought we were getting a bit of a replay of what happened.
Do you know what, this would be a lovely time to mention that we are supporting the London Air Ambulance Appeal as our charity, and we will be collecting money during their home games this season for the London Olympians. That's a quote from London.
I was going to say, can we clarify that by we, you mean London Olympians and not Sport Bank?
Just to clarify, that is London Olympians. They, not we. Although we do support that.
100%. It's always good to see clubs supporting local charities.
Always good to support
and doing stuff for the local community. It's always good to get involved. Oh, so I see 3 flags. Sorry, I see 3 flags. It's never fun to be ejected because you got to stay here to the end of the game. You miss the next game, you got to pay a fine, comes out of your pocket.
More flags than the European Union.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
So the refs are discussing what happened.
A lot of slightly off-white laundry on the field of play.
Yeah, that's what I should do. Let's see. Ooh, loads of comments. Got- So we got Baz locked in for the O's.
Dude,
The rundown is definitely interesting to listen to.
definitely not using that as an opportunity to plug another sport tank. Production.
Well, I believe Micah is actually at the Warriors game today, so we should see here what his thoughts are seeing that game live. Last I heard, Warriors were actually losing to the Aztecs.
Be an interesting one, you
Let
know.
me see
Two
what-
top teams there, two top teams, and a lot of people are always would put the Warriors and the Aztecs and Manchester Titans as well. You know, a lot of people will put those three as, you know, the premier teams across the country. You know, the teams that you know will always be challenging for a national championship.
So,
Always be looking at the playoffs, and those are the guys who everyone really aspires to be like. You know, some real model teams there, and some real good examples for the quality of the sport in the country.
according to this update, it's still Aztecs 7, London Warriors 0. That's going to be. I still feel that's going to be a surprise scoreline. I expected Warriors to be winning that game quite easily. Nothing against
Could be a
Aztecs.
very, very strong defensive game. Obviously, we don't have current footage of the game. We can't tell you what it's like, but I'm sure Micah can explain that to you another time. With that being said, could be a very, very strong defensive game. I know that the Warriors had a very good defensive display against the Hertfordshire Cheetahs earlier this season. You know, granted it was a big scoreline and their offense showed out too, but their defense definitely had a good number of takeaways.
I'm surprised it's taking so long to sort out what is happening here.
Well, I see sirens in the background. I hope they're not coming for anyone here.
I don't understand why it's taking this long. Like, so both head coaches have been called in by the refs. Again, they're asking for VAR. I don't think we have the facilities for that big man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about as clueless as you are. As soon as we get some information, we will pass that over. Now,
Well, the fact that both head coaches have been called into the middle of the field, I'm going to guess there's probably one, if not two, ejections.
could be a discussion. Could be interesting to see what happens. Could be a while until we.
It's a hot day. Let's take an opportunity to
have an
hydrate.
answer. So I'll send you to the bar. Grab me a drink, please.
Go to the bar at half time. All right, so according to an update on the chat, it's currently 14-14 between the Warriors and the Aztecs.
It's a lively fourth quarter. 3 scores. 1 score for 3 quarters and 3 scores for
Do you,
1.
do you know what's so weird, yeah? There's like 3 different updates. I've got, it's 14-14. I've got Tex 11, Warriors 6. You know. Okay, interesting.
Very interesting. So an
look,
absolute barrage of flags and
everything
offences.
offsets.
Everything offsets.
No one's ejected.
We live
But
to fight
number
another
10,
day.
Jed Brennan. First warning. He does anything else, he's gone.
This is interesting because I played with Jed Brennan for a year,
Nice.
and I never in a million years could I imagine him.
The thing is, yeah, do you
throw
think
it
they got the wrong number? Because the number I called out wasn't mentioned, and he was definitely doing some afters.
I saw some UFC involved. I saw Khabib.
Mistaken identity?
I don't know what happened.
Well,
But
again,
I'm just excited to see more football. And The Norwich Devils are back on the field. The Norwich Devils are back on the field. The defense are on, the defense are ready, and the London Olympians offense takes over after that howler of a punt.
Looks like they're starting from the 15, 1st and 10. So again, opportunity to get a first down. Don't have to punch it in right here.
Now,
new running back. Elias
in the field.
Timeout. Oh, okay.
Made, and it looks like
after all that time to the sideline, not having your personnel ready for the start of the drive.
Looks like Olympians are going to burn out a timeout just to change the running back here. Appears we may be seeing either they're going back to the huddle or a change of formation. It could be going into a tight formation.
Well, it looks like they had wide receiver Elias at running back instead of 22 Chucky. So
appears they've decided to go trips to the left this time instead. Now, let's see if this will draw. This play can produce anything for the Olympians and add to the score that they currently have now.
Hand off a screen to the running back.
10. Low snap, thrown out wide and just missed Young, just over the fingertips. Richard Moore Young.
You know more of these players than me.
I used to play it.
Yeah, so did I. Just everyone's now new. Oh, there's a couple of old faces, a couple of people still here from my time.
A couple of new numbers, old faces, or old faces with new numbers.
Yes,
such
definitely.
as young number 11.
The referees did it to keep the game going.
Loving these there, positive football. Now, hand off inside to Benjamin, who makes a cut, gets halfway outside and makes about a yard gain.
You say to keep the game going, but would you not want some of their off and ejected and not be played? Make your life easier?
What do you think of it from the perspective of we pay to play this game?
Yeah, but then don't do anything stupid. You know what you can and can't do.
100%.
So why risk it?
We'll have to look at the replay to see who started it all, and maybe the referees didn't see it.
What's the point of throwing a punch if someone's wearing a helmet?
No.
85 wide open.
Over the middle, finds Brennan, into the end zone, touchdown Olympians. Extra point they're going there for London Olympians.
High snap, runs fake.
Mish rolls out.
Still got the ball.
Rolls away, here comes the circus, here he goes. Rotates again, and they finally get him down outside the 30-yard line.
He should have just thrown it away. There was nothing happening there. He should have thrown the ball away. You got fans calling me, yeah?
Oh, my God, Mike.
We like that.
Love him.
When do I get fans like you?
You set up a means for them to subscribe to you.
Okay.
Set up a means for them to subscribe to you.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Give them exclusive content. Nothing further shall be said about said fans.
Still in the first quarter? Third
We
kickoff?
are still in the first quarter. Third kickoff, bit of an advantage considering they kicked off to start the game, but third kickoff overall.
Christian Mendes Dream Team says light work for the O's. Should we make an early score prediction of whether Olympians are going to get 50 or not?
Another big kick from Saeed Sharif, and this one goes towards Santana, who looks to run up the middle and slips, loses his footing, and going to be knocked down around about the 20-yard
coverage
line.
unit from the Olympians have been doing a very good job in staying in their lanes, not really giving the returner much room to try and make a big return.
That's what you need. The Olympians have been consistent with their kickoff. They've been learning. They've had the opportunity. I mean, I think since they went down to Division 1, they've had an opportunity to regroup. They've had an opportunity to
rebuild.
Really rebuild. And they're looking a lot stronger at the moment. They're looking a lot more entertaining, a lot more varied on the ball. They're able to...
It would also be interesting to see what their depth is like, because last week, last game against the Mavs, it sounds like they had a couple of players missing. Whether those players are here today or not, you know, they only lost that game, I believe, by a point.
And the handoff here just along the outside, and it's going to get crunched down for a gain of about a yard there.
Is that our first run play from the Norwich
First run
Devils?
play from the Norwich Devils.
And it gained a yard. See, positive yards.
Getting some positive yards there.
It might only be a yard, but again, positive yardage.
I'm trying to work out who that was now.
It looked
Kevin
like number
Mann.
25.
Kevin Mann, number 38, it looked like. Who,
Oh, I thought it was 25.
25 looked like he was lead blocking for 38.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got 2 running backs in the backfield. So they've got quite a few
So
options
again,
here now.
Per again, twins right.
It looks like.
Look at screen to the running back.
Incomplete again. Another incompletion thrown by Whedon. Looking for the running back, but just couldn't find him. Another
Run
stand.
the
Another third and
ball.
long for London
Run.
Olympians to defend. And it's
See, but now
it seems very relaxed for their defense at the moment. They've not had any real trouble, no threats over the top, nothing to make them think, everything's been in front of them, and the passing plays haven't been able to.
Now they have no choice but to try and pass the ball to try and get the first down mark. Because in the back of their minds, they must think, well, we have another terrible punt.
Now, Whedon looks to throw, and again, too high for Joe Jacobs and just out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down again. Another
And a
flag on
flag.
the field. Hold that thought, that may be coming back.
Ooh, where has the discipline gone?
Evaporated in the sun.
That is first down.
First down for the offense. Roughing the passer, gets them some yards, gets them out of their own.
That's the most yards they've had all game.
Out of their own third.
And that was courtesy of the London Olympians.
Look, I mean, sometimes you need to kick up the backside to get going. It's just like getting up in the morning. Sometimes you need someone to pull you out of bed.
Let's see if they take advantage of this.
This could be the spur that they need. The opportunity for them to try something new without feeling too close to their own end zone.
Run the ball.
Hands off to man who gets swallowed in the backfield there. Doesn't look like any gain. A couple of Devils are slow to get up there.
Looks like number 50.
Like James Sambandon.
Hope he's okay.
is,
It's a hot day. Players need to make sure they hydrate.
Make sure you're hydrated. Even us standing still, and I'm absolutely dripping out here.
We need some shade. We need to get a tent for next time.
Steve, if you're listening.
There's an ice cream truck here as well, Steve, if you want to get the ice creams in.
See, the problem is I don't want to reveal too much, but ice cream doesn't go down well for me. So I'm going to leave that there, but
then I'll have yours then.
I'd rather an ice lolly maybe instead.
Oh, you definitely have fans. Look at you. All the players come and say hello to you. Just because you just turned up.
Former teammates. It's good to have former teammates.
Oh, no, definitely. Let's hope this is my way. I want to get back to the game, get back to the football. Players have to drop out.
I mean, they've got Let's see if you can hear that from Latwin Moses here. He already has a pick and he's looking for more. No, they've not come with a big squad, Norwich. They've not come with a huge squad, but they do have a lot of experience in that squad that they have with them, We know it's a young squad. They've got some rookies in there. They've got some newbies. But they do have a lot of experience in that squad within the experienced players. So hopefully they can sort of will Norwich together and sort of inspire a little bit of a fight back. It remains to be seen.
Bless me. Looks like a nasty little scar there. So it's currently 13-0 to the London Olympians, just on an injury timeout at the moment. Norwich started the game with the ball. 2 plays later, it was intercepted by the London Olympians. Couple of plays after that, easy touchdown by the London Olympians.
Right.
Clapping the
So,
player up.
Round of applause comes in as James Sambanen is helped to his feet to leave the field. Now, a little bit of trivia before the next down.
Go on then.
For those of you watching, can anyone guess, or does anyone know, or can anyone remember or recall the scores for the last 3 times these teams faced off?
You tell me, because I do not know. I would not be able to give you an answer.
It was 1 earlier this season and 2 last season.
Wait, see if anyone actually gives a response.
See if
We're back.
anyone knows, and we'll reveal the answers after the end of the
Pro
first quarter.
Twins left.
Whedon drops
Goes
back.
again,
looks to
trying to
throw.
get Ashley Campbell. That's a pick,
Looks.
easy pick. Has he got the speed to take it back for a pick 6? He's still going. He's still going. Easy tackle, short. Oh.
Some laundry comes out onto the field.
I
It looks
had
to be
no
a flag
doubt
around
in
about
my
the
mind
25-yard line, but
that was never going back for a touchdown.
a big interception from Ashton Campbell.
Yeah, Ashley Campbell has been a part of the Olympians for a very long time. He's long in the tooth. I'm actually surprised he's playing at corner today. Like as a corner age, they normally get pushed towards safety, so he's mainly been playing safety recently. So to see,
A lot more safety recently.
well, yeah, again, you know, once the speed goes, the experience and the sharpness should allow you to be, you know, more versatile at safety. Because then
Speed is still there.
you're not fear dropped it. I would have made sure he knew all about that. I don't know if the club keeps records, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had better hands. He would be the club's.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if the clubs keep record, but film definitely keeps record.
Well,
Toby Calder
hand off
takes
to
a low
Sharpie.
snap and hands off to Chucky Benjamin, who breaks and whistles, winds his
Not
way
bad so
for a
far.
3 or 4 yard gain. Pushes them up to the 40-yard line going in.
I'm interested to see how goes up against the Mavs next time. Because if Olympians have any hopes of winning the division, they would have to beat the Mavs by more than what the Mavs beat them. Oh, exceptionally strong.
2nd and 6, 2nd and 7.
Toss right.
Toss to Chucky
No
Benjamin. He's on
contain.
the outside. Crease.
First down.
Squeezes his way through to a first down. Brings the London Olympians up to the 30-yard line, and they're going. They
Change
are
of running back.
They are marching on.
Number 47 is now entered the field, going to the backfield. No, that's a DB. Interesting. Let's see who's on the lap at running back.
Very interesting. Some of the let's call him motion anyway.
Motion.
So motion by Blue Thompson to the left.
Trips.
Calder
Okay.
stands
like
the
triple
wrong
A.
way. Oh, mix up there in the backfield, and he's going to get taken down for a loss.
It looked like it was a double reverse, but
It looked to me that the running back and the quarterback were not on the same page. The quarterback turned to the left, and the running back went to the right. And when that happens, you have egg on your face, and the D lineman penetrates the line, gets through, and ends up with a sack and a 6-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 16, and now the London Olympians are scratching their heads. Albeit, well, 2 scores up, so.
yeah, you can't really complain too much. Like, as nice as it would be score every single play, you know, sometimes you've got to march the ball down the field and take it in turns. Another low
So,
snap.
Calder throws
A
across
nice,
the middle.
easy throw.
Reception on the slant by Chimoy Young, and he's going to get wrestled down around about the 20-yard line.
Good read by the QB there. That
He's
is
going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Toby Calder playing at QB for the London Olympians. Well, we don't need this no more. QB scrambled out, deep throw, just throw it out of bounds. Sorry, we kind of missed that play as we were organising our table. Yeah, that's all good.
They don't need to know that.
It's all good, it's all good. Someone asked the questions, oh, what are you talking about? I was like, I didn't really see that one. Our eyes were unfortunately elsewhere at that moment.
There's
in
a
time.
reason why you don't hear commentators coughing and clearing their throats.
Yeah, you've got the cough button. Beep. We don't have a prompter in front of us, that's something for the future.
In due time, now. A field goal attempt.
By?
Saeed Sharif here. This
He's
will
got a
be
leg.
big,
He's definitely got
big-
the distance. Oh, bad
Ooh,
snap
bad
again.
Snap here and
Elias again scrambling. No, just
he
throw it
scrambles
away.
Again, gets out.
Just throw it away.
He almost squeezes his way through and gets brought down. Again, the Norwich Devils are going to be positive. They're going to be feeling positive about that one. They've stopped the Olympians from getting a score on that play.
Their defense isn't doing too
They're
badly.
slowly warming up to it. Is what they're looking at from that perspective. Is they're slowly warming up to it. The Olympians, on the other hand, are going to be really, really annoyed about not being able to convert on that.
Defense is playing well, led by their DC, Matty Brown.
But it does beg the question. It does make you think, on 4th and short, after that big third down in completion, on 4th and short, do you just go and bring your offense out, considering how strong their run game has been? Do you get the offense out and hope that they can convert the 2 yards?
I think it also kind of depends on what your schedules are like in practice. Well, if you don't get a lot of opportunities to do special teams, then, for the most part, you're winning 30-0. Why not take opportunities to practice a field goal in a live situation? Because, again, last week, Mavs threw downfield into field goal range and got the go-ahead win. Where if they need that in the future, so why not practice it now?
So, Whedon, handoff up the middle.
That's Danny Wallace.
It's going to get absolutely
number
swallowed
89.
and brought down.
Bit high on the tackle, but
Francisco Santana on the rush there, gained maybe a half yard on that, but there was just nowhere to go.
the front seven of the London Olympians is very aggressive.
Doing an absolute splendid job of shedding the blocks, finding the runner. It just seems to be that the Norwich Devils are going to have to rely on the Olympians maybe making a mistake or finding a little crease and just finding those extra few yards and just chopping their way down. It doesn't seem like the big players going to be available as Whedon
Running back.
throws
14.
a screen to Santana.
He needs to come to the
almost
outside.
absolutely chopped, but gets absolutely swarmed by Olympians again, and he's got nowhere to go. And
There's no point in running a swing and then coming back into the middle of the field where all the defenders are.
slow
You
to
want
get
to
up
take
and
that out wide and try and beat the edge.
helped up by members of both teams, which is good to see.
Would you have helped him up?
Yeah.
Left him there? You're lying.
As a defensive back,
You're lying.
as a defensive back, we usually get engaged in a little bit of trash talk with wide receivers.
Shake
I'll be
hands.
honest, I
That's
will
okay.
be the first one to help them up after a big hit,
Okay.
unless I'm wheeling away celebrating.
So again, you're not helping him
But
up.
I'll always look over my shoulder to make sure that they're okay. If they stay down, I'll stop celebrating immediately.
We've got
to help
third down,
them up.
3rd and 8.
Now, Whedon again looks for the quick
Screen
throw.
pass to number 8. Nothing there. Nothing going. Just can't get the offense moving.
Reception by Shamil Grosvenor. And just again, the Olympians are absolutely all over the flats here. There is no way through for the Norwich Devils.
Moses.
It makes me think, considering the few yards they gained, do you think the Norwich Devils could gain a couple of yards?
Well, the
up
only
up-
first down they've
up
gained so far
a
is
few
a
middles?
personal foul by London Olympians.
It really makes you think, because I know they have some talent in this team. They have some talent in this team,
Who?
but there are nerves. There are definitely nerves.
I'm asking you who. Give
Both
me,
teams.
give me
There are
numbers.
talent on both teams. There
Okay.
are talent on both teams. There is talent from both teams on the field right now. As that kick is
Not a great punt once
again
again.
not great, but slightly better and takes a positive bounce. As that's gonna.
Oh, that was cheeky.
He's not allowed to do that.
That was cheeky.
I don't think the referee spotted it.
Did the ref not notice
And
the
that's
way he
gonna
tapped it on?
The referee didn't notice.
No, you sure he
I
did? He
think
must have. There's no
we're-
way he didn't see him tap the ball onwards.
We're about to find out. We're about to find out. Somebody tapped. I mean, they must have seen it.
Oh, if they didn't see that, I'm telling my players at uni level to do that from now on.
They must have
Just
seen.
knock-
They
just
must.
knock it on a little bit and hope the referee didn't see it.
They must have seen it, because if it wasn't them and if it was the Olympians that touched the ball, it would have been a live ball, which means that it would be Norwich's ball.
Yeah.
And considering it's not Norwich's
Well,
ball because the London Olympians
they're
offense is
discussing-
coming back on the field, it's definitely.
But they're discussing where the spot's going to be. They saw it. Like I said, if they did not see that, I would have been questioning life.
Cannot wipe this smile off my face. It is an ironic smile, nonetheless,
It's a smiling.
but it is a smile.
That was amusing. If it had worked, hats off. So this is the Olympians' offense's worst starting position so far this game.
There has to be
Starting on their own, let's call that 38.
some mindfulness of the score of the previous game must be in the back of the referee's head, given the difference we saw last time. Now, Calder,
Another low snap, play action.
play action.
Deep to
and
number 10,
Jed
wide
Brennan is
open.
wide open here,
Easy,
running down the
all the way.
sideline, complete
Easy.
daylight. It's a foot race. He's into the end zone.
Oh,
6
my
points for
days.
London Olympians.
Where was the corner?
He went to Tesco.
Where was the corner?
Blown coverage. Jed Brennan found on
Can
the
we
fade.
get a replay on that?
And absolute daylight. He was in his own postcode. There was nobody near him.
You're the expert here. Can we not get a little replay on that one? See what happened there.
It's probably expired in time.
So it's currently 19-0 to London Olympians
We'll have a look and see if we can
with
get it up later.
the field goal to come. Oh no, they've decided to forget the field goal and go for 2, which is probably
Decided to go for 2 now.
Smart
Low
decision.
snap again. Calder directing his receivers and finds Young in the end zone for 2 points.
2 points is good. 21-0. First quarter. Eesh. This
Just as the first quarter ends.
could get ugly.
Just as the
Well,
quarter
it kind of already
ends.
is ugly. It's never nice to be on the end of a beatdown. I've been there. It's never fun.
I've been on both sides.
Oh yeah, but beatdowns are worse
It definitely changes the taste of the game from both sides. It
because
definitely changes
you're
the
getting
taste.
beat on the scoreboard and you're getting beaten up physically on the field as well.
I think when you're on the losing team that gets the score run up on them, it depends on how your game is personally, but it also depends on how your teammates are. When you come off the field after a turnover or a bad drive,
Well,
or a score, you know,
Let-
you
let's-
see heads drop in, and it really makes you think, you know. But on the flip side,
let's think of it this way. At least now the Olympians are driving towards us, so the action will be hopefully more into the end zone.
we'll see a little bit more action here.
So no real big return so far by the Devils. Let's see what happens now. Another big
No.
kick.
Saeed Sharif, a big kick here, and this is
Nearly getting
fielded
each
by
other's
Ray
way.
Seymour.
Starts jogging.
Follows his blocker, and ooh,
Why was he jogging? I don't.
tackle there made by Yusuf Ansal. Slow to get up.
I think he was hoping that
It
a
looked
lane
like
would appear.
he was following his blocker, but the blocker wasn't moving at the desired speed, and he had to take a different direction. And obviously, not seeing in his peripheral that number 28 was coming through, and that brings the Norwich Devils up to the 25-yard line. Correction, make it 26.
Run or pass. Let's see what happens here. No? You sure? Run.
Snap from Whedon.
Hand
Hand
off.
off to Santana.
Made a man miss.
Finds
Oh,
a little
there
crease
we go.
up the middle, wiggling out
We
his
like
way.
that,
and
we
gets
like that.
brought down just outside
A lot of
the
positive yards,
makes his way past the
a lot
30
of
yard line, and a
afters.
little extras there.
Constant afters.
A couple of extras. Receivers. Someone being pulled out of the pile, and
Again, this is.
look, I mean, if it's a physical sport, it's a sport where you have to wear your heart on the sleeve at the end of the day. Their emotions running high.
But is it absolutely necessary though? Why risk the chance of getting more flags and giving them more yards? Yeah, or even worse, getting ejected for your next game.
All flags for unsportsmanlike conduct or any sort of extras are always going to be frowned upon by everyone, you know, regardless of who they are. And when you're on the field and it costs you, especially as a defense, it is horrendous.
So I wonder if it's
Kill you
because
with
of players that are available today, but normally number 89, Danny Wiss, normally plays
Hand
as
off to
the
Santana
down
and
end.
gets brought down by Latwin Moses.
Very good full tackle.
Oh, form tackle.
Low, wrapped up.
Both congratulated each other afterwards.
Good play.
Good to see, good to see.
Good play.
That was two fantastic players coming head to head.
Don't jump. Give them a free first down. So the ground, I want to say they're getting the ground game going, but
I would like to think
5 yards,
that they
1
will
yard, 1
lean-
yard.
They will lean on the run game here with a lead blocker of 25. All right. Joe Jacobs lead blocking for
No.
No, I was wrong. I stand corrected. And the screen is off target from Connor Whedon. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Connor Whedon at QB's not having a great time getting the ball out. Yeah. Captain, star. Let's see what happens with this punt here.
No.
Every punt so far has been poor.
London Borough back to punt. Low snap.
Okay.
Much better punt. And Blue
Waves
Thompson
fair
waits for a fair catch and receives that around about the 30-yard line with a few extras going on again. And more appeals for
This
something.
game is funny.
Somebody stole somebody's sandwich and somebody wasn't happy and you stole my lunch.
I don't
Right.
know why the silence getting so agitated for. Like, it's literally nothing to shout about.
What happens, happens. Now,
Can we now get a score on our side of the field?
second quarter. London Olympians 21, Norwich Devils 0. Probably a couple of minutes into the second quarter and looks like the Olympians are going to take over on their own 25-yard line. So again, a long field for Olympians. And again, this is positive for the Devils to hold the Olympians and to not give themselves terrible field position to defend. This is something that gave the Olympians 2 big scores at the start of the game. And handoff from Calder, a little pitch there to 36.
Toby Ajibade.
Potentially gains a yard or two and just gets brought down up the middle. Toby Ajibade with the pitch and run, and he comes off to the sideline to be replaced by Chucky Benjamin. Comes in for this second down. Looks like about 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9.
Got trips.
So very low snap again. Pitch to the left to
Good blocking
Benjamin.
by the
who
wide receivers.
finds a crease, gets to the outside,
Breaks one
makes a
tackle,
man
breaks
miss.
another.
drives his way into another man as a flag comes out. He
I
gets
have to
brought
give
down around
credit
about the 30
to the wide
32
receivers there
yard
for
line,
blocking.
but the Olympians wide receivers, I'll be honest, they do have a good reputation for blocking well.
Some receivers don't like
As
to
of recent.
block. They like to just run the routes and look pretty, catching the fade.
I don't know. I think that the block was on one of the receivers, but it looks they walked it back. It looks like probably holding by one of the offensive linemen.
Definitely from the position of the flag as well, it looks to be something around about the line of scrimmage, and considering they're walking back, does look to be a holding call now.
So 2nd and 20.
If you take a glance over to the right side and see an absolute sea of maroon, and you look over to the other side and you see dots of blue, and you can definitely see that the mood is different on either side of either sideline now. Big slant, come over to the top, intercepted by London
10.
Burrell. He's got a sideline, he's got a little bit of space, and he's brought down by Blue Thompson. 20-yard line, and this is good field position for the Norwich Devils to get something on the board.
So I was here at the start. I was here earlier on. I was speaking to the offensive coordinator. I told him that number 10 was a player that I had to be wary about. Anything loose across the middle, he would be a problem, and that was just showing there. That was the first interception thrown by London Olympians. The QB, I'm sure, wants that one back. He had something underneath, but he went for the big ball and just didn't have enough power to get over the top.
Sometimes that seam over the middle, you see it, the quarterback sees it, eyes light up, you know.
Yeah,
like a cat that's seen its prey.
You have to know how much strength you have in your arm.
You have to know that, but you also have to know the speed of the free safety that you're up against, and maybe it was underestimated. Now he is definitely an athlete to be wary of.
Good tackle by Blue. You know, wide receiver made a very good tackle on that.
As the pass was actually intended for him, so it's good work for him to turn around, change his speed, and make his way back down. As if he didn't do it, Burrell would have had to make one cut, and he was on his way. Now, Santana gets knocked down by... Just caught the end of that, but Santana there got a run on the outside, pitched to a left, made his run, got absolutely walloped there by 36, Toby Ajibade. Brings up 2nd and 4, a good 6-yard gain by Santana. I'm telling you now, the Norwich Devils have got some confidence after a few plays where they stopped the Olympians from scoring after a terrible start. Now they're in good field position here, just outside the 10-yard line, and they have 2nd and short, a good chance to get a first down and still have. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Now Whedon looks to his right, rushes out to his right and throws a wobbly pass, and that's intercepted. Almost gone the wrong way.
Is he going to take it all the way? He's
going.
He's going.
He's down the sideline.
20.
He's got daylight.
Oh,
nobody left to beat.
That's coming back.
Into the end
That's
zone.
Coming back. Wow. Okay. No flag for that. Interesting.
Doesn't seem to be any flags.
Interesting.
There don't seem to be any flags.
As far as I'm concerned, he clearly celebrated before going to the end zone. So, by rule, there should have been a flag, and that should not stand.
I mean, the referees... this referee is going a bit over the top with the ref.
There should have been a flag thrown.
Well,
that touchdown should not stand. Let's see what
we'll
happens.
wait to see what the referees say, but right now there doesn't appear to be a signal of a touchdown or any signal, but Osho has entered the end zone. He's currently
was that given
on the
or was
floor.
that called back? Was that called back for celebrating?
Don't you know who got the pressure? My guy to finish.
What's the penalty?
May have heard it live and direct from Al Karu there.
Oh, they gave it.
Linebacker from the Olympians.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It appears there's a sideline interference from the London Olympians. The score may still be on, and that is an absolute sucker punch for the Norwich Devils.
You know what? That touchdown should be taken back. Yeah. If the refs took back the touchdown against Norwich for celebration, I don't understand why the same ruling wasn't applied here. He clearly celebrated before going to the end zone. Should have been another flag, but I guess the refs didn't have their flag. Against Olympians for that.
Well, Hamish to hold, Saeed Sharif to kick. Good snap, good
Good kick.
hold, and
How lucky. That touchdown should not have stood.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's not even a who knows.
I'll be honest with you,
Facts
Nana.
is
I'll be
facts.
honest with you. I had my eyes firmly on the ball carrier.
Yeah, the ball carrier was the one that was celebrating.
My eyes
He
firmly
started
on-
celebrating at the 15.
I did not see what happened there.
Yeah,
All I saw.
what happened there is irrelevant. Yeah, whether they gave that flag there, if he still scored and went into the end zone without celebrating, the touchdown would have stood.
see-
So that's what I'm saying. Based on what happened last week,
See
yeah,
the angle I was looking at. I didn't quite see his arms come.
Alright, if you would
didn't
have
quite
played the nice guy, then you play the nice guy there. But I would say firmly now, yeah,
Right.
based on what happened last week, yeah, that touchdown should not have stood.
I'll be absolutely honest. I completely forgot that it was against the rules to celebrate.
Yeah, you can't celebrate until you're in the end zone. Like
player
even
in
when
me-
you get
the
into
player in
the
me
end
would've
zone, you can celebrate.
Player in me would have just gone to the end zone, but right in that moment there and then, I completely forgot.
You got lucky. You got lucky.
What a spectacular chain of events that have just happened. The Norwich Devils had some great field position from the interception from London Burrell, put them on the 20-yard line, driving up towards goal. They had a 2nd and 4 just outside the 10. They went for it. They went for the outside pass, and Demi Osho came out of nowhere with the interception all the way down. Took it to the house. And the London Olympians have increased their lead to 4 scores as Saeed Sharif comes to take the kickoff again. The same 2 returners back, number 12 Seymour and number 14 Santana. And another absolute
kick.
boot from
To the 20.
Sharif, and this is fielded by Santana, and he's got
That's better. That's a better
crease on
return.
the outside, and he finds his way,
There
gets
we
a
go.
little bit of space and tiptoes his way around about to. Is he going to get marked at the 30-yard line? I stand corrected. From the angle I'm stood at, we can't see. A thing, but that brings him around about to the 40-yard line.
28-0.
Two beers, Nana. Those for me. Well,
Change of QB. Number 10 that got the
interesting.
interception
London
is now a
Burrell is now
QB.
a quarterback. Now, first down for the Norwich Devils.
There we go. Full
Something-
start.
Full
Free
start,
play.
Free play.
Oh, look at that.
Unleash
Bomb.
a bomb.
Push off.
And that's almost
That's
caught by Ray
push off.
Seymour. Almost,
Even
almost.
if
with a bit
he
of a
had
push
caught
off.
that,
Now,
that was a blatant push off.
now, will the referee give the flag for a push off, or
No, the flag is for offside by the
the
defense.
flag's for offside on the defense? But if there was a push off, that would be another flag which would be offsetting. Now, this
Yes.
is a free play. It would obviously be a very foolish thing to do, to push off.
Good
but
throw,
it
though.
does look to me like there is a flag over the far side. If you look
So we've got
closely,
offside, defense. Yep.
interesting. They've given it as a pass interference on the defense. Very interesting.
Get some refreshments.
Very interesting here because
Number 10 from the Norwich Devils, that is London Burrell. Good throw.
now
He
we
wasn't
have
showing
said-
that kind of arm during warm-ups.
We have said in the past that the Norwich Devils have a number of athletes. I'm just going to put this thing. Norwich Devils had a number of athletes who can play in multiple positions. We've seen that with some of their guys that they've displayed last season. It appears that they have these same guys back to help the team out.
Against Exiles, he was playing safety. He played lined up at receiver. He was their primary kick returner. So to now see him at quarterback, very interesting. That's number 10, London Burrell from Norwich Devils.
No. Some of the danger men out here for the Norwich Devils will mention going in.
I now, with this guy at QB, I would test the outside container of the London Olympians.
We're looking at it from Ray Seymour, number 12, who's up one-on-one against Ashton Campbell out on the outside.
He's
on the
not
opposite.
got a lot of distance to cover, so he should be all right.
There's not a lot of distance, but there's a lot of distance between them, and Look to see, are they going to try? Are they going to try and put them on an island and put them up against each other, or are they going to go for the run game?
There we go. Full start again. Another
fault,
free play.
Another offside, not full. Offside.
Not full start. Offside by the defense.
Offside by the defense there, and it's good. Good timing and good cadence from the offense. Good
You
mind
can see
games.
that number 10 wanted a
games.
free play.
It's a lot of it is mind games.
Oh no, it's full start. I was right.
You were right. I stand corrected. It is a false start. Now, just while we've got a bit of time, because I did forget earlier. Now, I'm going to highlight this if I have the opportunity after this play.
Who's getting beat?
We'll talk about that later. Now, Burrell with the handoff to...
What happened? Knee was down.
Handoff to Joe Jacobs, and he was down, and he got maybe a small gain of about 3 yards.
Due to the flag that the Olympians got on that interception, they are now putting cones down on their sideline to ensure that the players know where the players' box is and where the coach's box is. So hopefully they don't get another flag again.
This is needed. I mean, this was a thing. This was a thing when I was a player here. This has been a thing.
Always been a thing.
This has been a thing of multiple teams, but I've not seen it very frequently on a team that plays on turf. I see it more frequently on teams that play on grass, especially over the winter.
They keep asking for VAR. Like, I don't understand what they think we can do for them. Oh no, they gave it! Wow! Do you know what?
I'm so confused.
I personally would like to see that again because, in my opinion, it looked like his knee was down. So I don't know about that one.
The refs have given a turnover.
Listen,
Joe Jacobs with the carry. He went up the side, went up the right side, was brought down. What appeared to be brought down. It appeared to look like his knee was down, but the refs had a better angle, and they have decided a turnover.
I want people to understand, yeah, that
Try this.
I'm not being biased to the Olympians, yeah, but they have some questionable calls in their favour.
People actually choose to drink that. It's horrendous.
Offense on the ball, low snap again. They might want to, either the quarterback needs to step up a yard, or they need to have some serious words of that centre, because against a better team with a better D-line, some of these poor snaps is going to cause some issues.
It's a centre issue because that snap has been coming almost close to the ground. It's been coming out at ankle level.
Then the QB needs to step up. If the QB is at 5, he needs to go to 4. If he's at 4, he needs to go to 3, because there is an issue.
I think the point I'm trying to make is that the ball is not leaving anywhere. It's not going anywhere higher than ankle high. So standing closer won't make a difference.
If it doesn't work at 3 yards, then they may have to go under the gun.
If he stands at 4 yards, it's still going to reach his ankles and just less time for him to react.
Okay, that was a better snap there. Screen.
A slightly better snapper, just over.
So the one time there was a good snap,
just out of the reach.
The play didn't quite go as planned.
Lamonte McLean there, just over the fingertips of him. Couldn't quite. Well, I mean, the throw was too high. Let's be real. Now that's going to bring up.
I think
3rd and a pilgrimage.
So, what years were you at Olympians?
It was 2022, I believe.
Okay, so it was after I'd left, after my time. So you're a more recent Olympian than I am.
It's interesting because I don't see anyone who's wearing my old jersey number.
What was your old jersey number? Number 4. Interesting. I had a few.
Calder.
Fade.
Looking to his left.
Fade.
Looking, rolling out. Finds.
Oh, unlucky. Number 10, Brennan.
Jed Brennan.
Like you said, ex-teammate of yours. I'm pretty sure he'll be hearing it from you after that. I should have caught that.
A lot of these guys will be hearing words from me. Be a lot of.
So we've had 3 interceptions for the London Olympians now, and then 1 for the Norwich Devils.
3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble.
No, there was an interception that went to the pick 6.
I stand corrected. You
yeah,
are correct.
So 3 interceptions.
What's 3? Ashton got 1.
Yeah, 25. Ashton Campbell has 1.
That when Moses has 1. Ashton
number
Campbell has
was
1.
it?
And Demi Osho has 1.
6 D lineman. D line with a pick. Now that's a rare
It's interesting now.
All right,
Very interesting.
Is this
now.
the first punt for the Olympians?
This is the first punt for the London Olympians. The kicker is the punter.
High punt,
High
bad punt.
over the tips.
Let's see,
of
can he
Saeed
get it
Sharif.
away?
Can he get away
Oh,
from a
he
few
got it
guys?
away.
Gets it
Good
away, and it's
kick.
a big punt. That takes a positive bounce.
Oh.
And fielded by Seymour. He's got a little bit of space and just gets
Good
brought down.
tackle. Who's that? Number 8.
Shadrach Chibola
Very good tackle.
tracked. Can't get my words out.
Good tackle.
Tracked his runner and brought him down just before he found daylight.
Is that more of your fan club there?
Everybody's my fan club.
Table service.
You got fans.
Table service.
It's part of your fan club.
There you go, boss. You know one for yourself. That's fine. You did.
Now, 1st and 10, Norwich Devils, London Burrell in shotgun.
Okay, well,
Jacobs and Santana either side, throws a screen
okay,
to
so now
Ray
now
Seymour,
there's
makes
now
a
the
couple
QB
of man
getting some
miss and
zip
gets
on it.
swarmed there. Number 27 was in there first.
I tried to tell you earlier.
Michael Abotabo with the tackle there, number 27.
So now they've got a QB that seems to have a bit of an arm. Maybe they should now try to get the receivers to go vertical and test some of these DBs out. So you've got Ashton Campbell playing one corner, and on the other side you have George Whittington. Those are the 2 DBs.
It's
playing out
amazing.
wide.
It's amazing when you have the characters and the right people in the team. You have the certain people in the team, certain weapons that you can just bring in, because no matter what, if the game goes left, right, bring on the Americans.
Well, the Americans have been on this whole time.
Put him the quarterback now.
Oh,
we've got
that is
a false
another full start by number
Joe
25.
Jacobs. Joe Jacobs.
Unfortunate there, a bit eager.
So it's a false start from Joe Jacobs on the Devils offense. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It brings up 2nd down.
Interesting comment about Ian Hardy. The same referee took the Devils score off last week is on the same sideline today. Nice and consistent. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree.
Now, Burrell in the pocket, looks,
Oh,
and that's
unlucky.
knocked down there. Number 91, Gavin Ebanks with the breakup.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna give the ref too much of a hard time because what they do is actually very difficult. I've been playing and coaching the sport for the last, 15 years, and I don't know all the rules, so it's unfortunate that sometimes mistakes do happen.
Right now, a little bit of trivia. That question that I asked earlier about what the scores were between these 2 teams the last 3 times they faced. The most recent was 63-0.
Ouch.
And, didn't quite see anyone else who got those previous 2 last season. Home
So-
game for Olympians was a 40-22 win, and the home game for the Norwich Devils was a 40-0 win. Big turnover for the Devils there.
Ah,
as
come on!
5 gets through, and that's going to be an offside.
That's the 3rd time. And refs, I think, unless what was the term that they used, unabated to the callback, they got to let him give it a free play. He's got the arm. Oh no! Full start again. Olympians are getting quite fortunate on these penalties.
So another penalty given that brings up 3rd and very long for the Norwich Devils. Looks like they'll have to travel quite far. Looks about 20 yards to get that 1st down.
Well,
And Arsenal lead Manchester United 1-0.
just slightly throw that one in there, yeah. Okay.
Burrell
Gone
looks
deep.
to go deep. Nope. Goes short for Santana, and it's just
That was
over his fingertips.
actually very good coverage by Ashton Campbell. That's what.
These screens are really interesting for Norwich because some of them are open, but it's almost like all of them are off target. They're all just slightly out of the radius of the receiver, and it looks like if some of these were complete, we'd be looking at a lot more of an even, less one-sided game.
I think that time there, you have to give the secondary credit there. The coverage was pretty spot on, and that's what force the QB to throw the check down. So a good amount of depth, stayed with his man, no option there. But these penalties from both teams need to be cleaned up, because against better position, it changes a lot.
Oh, here comes the punt again.
Timeout called by the Norwich Devils.
Called just in time because London Burrell are now quarterback.
He's also punting. But actually, he's been punting since the beginning.
Has been punting, but
the punts haven't been great.
He's back to punt. They've been getting gradually better. Each one has been getting slightly better, but they've not been great as of yet. Now Thompson has had the opportunity to return one as I get a spiderweb string across my face. I don't know where that came from.
I'm your money, bro.
You got another man, another member of the fan club.
It's been a minute. Oh!
Just want to show any listeners, I was not robbed. I'm fine. I'm healthy, and this is a fake punt. And London Burrell is on his way. He's gonna run.
He's gonna make it.
Is he gonna make it? It looks to me he's very close.
It looks like he's made it.
He's very close, and he's made it for a first down. Devils keep possession.
Poor by the Olympian special teams there. Yeah? I'm good, man. You good? Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Bit of entertainment. Never hurt nobody. But this is what I'm saying, that you've changed the quarterback. He can move. Do you now, change your scheme a bit instead of, handing off to the running backs, get both the running backs to lead block and see what your quarterback can do? Now, I'm not saying to do that every play, but, picked up, 15, 20 yards on that fake punt, so why not see what he can do on offense?
I think having a mobile quarterback who can throw a lot deeper as well and has a lot more stronger arm and maybe a bit more confidence, it definitely opens up the playbook.
We wouldn't be able to tell you, unfortunately. We do not know how long left. You're going to have to ask the ref for a time check, not us.
Definitely opens up the playbook a lot more to do more options, and say.
Hold it, no.
Hand it off again to Santana, who looks for a crease, but there just doesn't seem to be anything. The Olympians are flowing very well and
if I'm being brutally honest, it looked like a holding to me, but once again, no flag was thrown. So,
like we say, if the referee doesn't see it, we don't have play reviews.
So, do we have a confirmation of what the Warriors' asterisk score finished as?
Ooh.
Again,
some movement
really?
there again by the centre. Another false start by the Norwich Devils.
I don't actually, from where I am, I can't actually see who is full starting. Okay, there we go from the ref, number 62.
So, second and long. Burrell.
Fade the handoff, collection. QB's taking off. Pitched it off to number 8.
Number 8, there's
nice, we like that.
Rovner, who gets thrown out of bounds just outside the 20-yard line. Latwin Moses with another tackle.
Very interesting.
Shamar Grosvenor will gain a few yards there.
I always find it amusing when players trash talk. It's all easy to trash talk when you're winning. Let's see. Warriors beat Aztecs 17-14. Wow.
Interesting, because I did see somebody predicted that scoreline, so somebody's going to be in for a very tasty
I
treat.
expected the Warriors to win. I didn't expect the scoreline to be so close, and it sounded like for most of that game the Warriors were actually losing. So,
One thing I can say, it was a mile away from my prediction. If anyone
what
saw my
was your
prediction,
prediction?
it was.
All right, number 10, scanning, looking to go deep. No, fake jukes a man. He's still got the ball. Still going. Still on his feet. Number 12, oh, that's a dirty cutback. And Norwich are on the board. Oh,
London Burrell with the
man.
silky, slippery moves.
I do not want to be the defensive players on the field when Chalkboard is reviewing that tape, because there's a couple of missed tackles there, a couple of guys out of their gaps. The first man there, instead of laying out the quarterback, kind of jumped to try and block it, got faked out. And what did I say about potentially using the QB to run the ball? I think they've got to get him involved, use his legs, use his arm. You know, I think that's their first score of the season. They're now going for 2. So, Devils are going for a 2-point conversion. Nice, unfortunately tried that little pop pass over the middle. Incomplete, 2-point conversion has not been successful. 28-6 to the London Olympians. We've got a player down, unfortunately, for the Devils. That all came from a special teams mistake by the London Olympians. I'm not necessarily going to say that was a fantastic Norwich Devils. There was no contain. They weren't aware of, you know, who had the outside contain on that when the punt was rolled out. They definitely want to get cleaned up if they want to go any further than where they are now. I believe, you know, the favourites of the division is the Mavs, and then next up will be Olympians. So again, everyone's going to be kind of looking forward to that return game to see what happens there. So once again, the scoreline is 28 to the London Olympians and 6 to the Norwich Devils. We are maybe a couple of minutes left of the second half. And we have number 1, Bluey, and number 10, Jed Brennan, wide receiver, waiting for this return. Oh no, that's a change. Short kick, pop-up kick to number 18, Mark. Picked it up. He's still going, slip 1 tackle. Brought down by the second man. Good return to the 45, maybe? I would like to get a time check, but there's no one near me to let me know how long's left till half. If there's not a lot, let me try that one again. If there's not a lot of time left of the half, okay, there we go. 1 minute 35 seconds left till half time. It looks like Olympians are going to be aggressive and try and get another score before half. Looks like we've got Trey left to the defense's left. Low snap, hand off to number 9. Big run. Nice run there by Shadrach. No, that's by Mikey, number 9. Good run, first down. They're not taking any timeouts. One, 2, 3, 4, 7. So it looks like the Devils are playing a 4-2-5. 4 D linemen, 2 linebackers and 5 DBs on the field. Now run again by number 9, Mikey. Minimal gain this time. Looks like maybe they're just going to run out of the clock here to half time. About 5 yards gain on that play. 2nd and 5. Fade, run out of bounds. Mm-hmm. Cheers. We haven't really missed much. I think we've got about a minute left to the half.
No. Such a good idea. I need a hat. I've got my do-rag. It's going.
4th down. Offense has been kept on the field. It's either going to be a shot to the end zone.
Right, it's good to be back joining you. London Olympians back on the field, well, still on the field. It's 4th down. Ball spotted around about the 35-yard line. This is 1 shot to go, 4-5. The offense
Take
is going
a shot. Enter the end zone.
QB waiting. And it's going to be intercepted. Number 13 out here.
It's going.
Number 9.
That was not a shot into the end zone. That's the 2nd time he's tried to throw in that seam and he's not seen the safety in the middle of the field. I don't understand how you can't see the safety there.
Tried to throw the seam, and he's not seen
The safety.
Nassim Lawrence, who's come out with the interception.
Again, twice.
He's come out with some good yards, got the roundabout to halfway, and got pummeled out of bounds by Michael
that
Alongo.
is half time. We are here at Blackheath Rugby Club. London Olympians 28, Norwich Devils 6.
Now, the halfway interval. We've seen some promising stuff from Olympians. We've seen an absolute electric start from the London Olympians. We've seen some good stuff. We've seen some we've seen some bad stuff. We've seen some mistakes. We've seen all sorts.
Things that could be better.
A touchdown from number 6 over there.
Which number 6 was lucky that it wasn't called back. I want to make sure he knows
Should be
that
a
it wasn't called back.
a lesson to hold the celebrations till you get to the end zone.
Oh, 100%.
Now we've seen a good comeback here. Good plays by the Norwich Devils as well, as they've made an attempt to come back, and they've put some points on the board now as well. So we've seen definitely both teams have that talent. We've seen them display that talent. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half.
Yeah, so I think that's it till half time. You know, I need to like pause it or switch out.
Oh, I can't remember these. Now we will be back.
And we are back for the second half. You're right there, trying to stay cool with some ice on your head. So we have realised that we didn't introduce ourselves. Obviously, most of you know Kwame already.
As you probably heard my voice.
Yeah.
So
I
let
am
me
making.
reintroduce myself as Kwame. And I'm here with my lovely guest, Nana.
Yeah, I was meant to make my debut last week, but unfortunately the game between Hornets and Rushmore Night was cancelled. So yeah, I'm excited to make my debut today. It's been interesting. It's first time doing something new. It's always a bit nervy.
Always a bit of a challenge, but a healthy challenge indeed.
Yeah, don't know how you're gonna do. Hopefully I'm doing quite well.
Now, looks like number 28, Tom Earl, to kick off to start this second half for Norwich Devils, kicking to Jed Brennan, number 10, and Blue Thompson, number 1 for the London Olympians.
So just to remind everybody, we are at Blackheath Rugby Club. Second half is about to kick off. It is 28 to the London Olympians, 6 to the Norwich Devils. You know, one of the nice things about always coming back to Olympians, you have always a number of ex-players, ex-coaches from the glory days. You know, it's always nice to catch up with people.
London Olympians is a very, very storied franchise.
Oh.
Interesting kick, not as big.
Oh,
and this
short
one here
to the
is
running
very,
back.
very short.
Oh, big
goes
tackle.
to
Number 33, Lamonte McLean at running back. You know, I always wanted to be in the wedge because I was always hoped that there would be a short kick that I would have a chance for a kick return. I was never fast enough to be the actual returner, but I was always in the wedge. Every single year, that was my spot. Didn't even need to look at the special teams roster just to know that, yep, Nana, wedge.
Now, on the contrary, I have been the returner.
Yeah.
And I've had returns of all different. I've had good returns, bad returns. I've made absolute howlers, I'll be honest.
Yep.
But honestly, when that ball comes into your hands and you're there, it doesn't look as daunting as some may think it is,
Just run, and the lane should naturally open up.
Calder here. Looks to zip one over the middle, and
nearly
it's almost
another pick.
interception. Batted down by number 5, Samoy Young. I'm not sure who that was intended for, but
he had plenty of time in the pocket. He wasn't rushed. You know, he had time to read what the defense was showing him. Just slightly flat throw. They put a bit more high and it would have gone over the defender.
He just went to zip one across and didn't see the defender coming out of nowhere.
So they come out and tray right, defense to the defense's left, tray left.
So Toby Calder here.
Oh.
On a bit of a mix-up here in the backfield, and he has to let one go, and that's in the direction of Jed Brennan, and that's going to fall incomplete. Finds nobody there. There's a bit of a
miscommunication with his running back.
Not the most comfortable start to their drive. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And you said a bit of a miscommunication between Chucky Benjamin.
No, it wasn't Chucky. It was number 33.
Was it running? Was it
33 was in.
Lamonte McLean. I stand corrected.
So they moved Chucky back in.
So Chucky is back in, is it?
Maybe they're thinking that they're 4 scores up, it's time to rotate, and unfortunately that running back was given a bit of an opportunity, and
It's interesting to start the half with a rotated squad now.
Good counter. Nice play, Chuck in. Back attain. Close to the first down. Maybe about 3-4 yards short.
Chucky Benjamin gets a good few yards out on the outside. Gets to his right. Almost finds the seam. Gets run down and gains a good few yards, and that brings up 4th and maybe a 3. Are they going to bring on the punt team? It looks like the punt is coming on.
The punt team is coming on, but do you run a fake here? Do you want to dominate? Do you want to, almost in a sense, set an example and show that you are much more superior to the team? Or the defense, for the most part, other than that one score, have been playing well. Do you trust them to get the ball back?
Looking at the defense, what I would do in a position like this is try pin them deep. Pin them deep as close as you can into their own.
Now,
If you pin them inside the 20, your defense is good position. Now, if this punt comes in, a decent snap and a bit of a funny, comes off his shin, comes off Saeed's shin, and that bounces, takes an Olympian's bounce, and it looks like it's going towards the end zone. That's going to go right at the back of the end zone, and that is a touchback.
Now it comes back on the 20.
Couldn't quite get there. Now.
Certain starters look to have their caps on. I don't know whether that's because of the sun or whether that's them done for the day.
It'd be interesting to see if they come on now. What looks like more or less a lot of the starters coming back out for the Olympians defense here, and they'll see there down at the 20-yard line. They're going to feel fairly confident there. I would have said it's a bit more of a risk to try and go for the fake, considering they've only had one punt so far. It didn't go off too well. The fake would be quite easy to spot if it were to come out.
So is number 10 still at quarterback? Yes, he is.
London Burrell.
I'm quite surprised he didn't start the game.
Stays in the pocket. And I think Norwich have a thing of doing this. You know, they start some guys. They have guys that they start and see how it goes.
Oh, defense have learned a lesson, didn't drop. Nice hole, good run. Only picked up maybe 2.
Couple of yards picked up by.
The hole was initially there, but shut down very quickly by the defense.
We've seen another short game by Francisco Santana. He's got good feet on them.
Is that some love getting shown my way? Great job by Sean Lewis. Great job by Nara today on the broadcast. I'm going to take that. Positive reinforcement.
Always take the compliments where you can.
Maybe one day I'll have a fan club like yours.
He's doing a fantastic job at the moment. The fan club only comes from people who know me as a person. Burrell in the pocket, looks to his left now. Finds almost finds Jacobs, but he's passes too short and it just bounces before it gets to him.
It's just a lot of little mistakes by the Norwich offense. Like, once they can get it together, you know, I'm not saying they're going to make a comeback, but at least sustain a couple of drives, move the ball downfield, give the defense a rest, give the defense a chance to, you know, catch their legs, you know, get back on the field and be able to bring maximum energy to try and stop this Olympians offense.
Again, not to say they will make a comeback, but they definitely have the talent there, as we've seen.
So Olympians defense back on the field. They run a variation of a 5-2.
No.
Fourth start again. Come on. Look, as a receiver, yeah, it's inexcusable to false starting. You are in the line of the ball, you move when the ball moves. If the ball does not get snapped, you do not move. Like, as an offensive coach, you are absolutely fuming at making such mistakes. And it's not just the first time, it's on a regular basis.
It's your bread and butter at the end of the day when you look at it, you know. It's the common saying, you know, make a mistake, okay, but you make the same mistake over and over and over again. It shows an inability to learn from your previous mistakes. It shows an inability
to... I don't know who that is. But we'll take it. I don't know whether that's me or you, but I'm going to assume that it's aimed at me.
I know exactly who that is.
Oh, you know who that is? So is that at you? Okay, cool.
Oh,
I was about to get upset. I thought that was aimed at me. Right. I was like...
Right. I'm going to give a few shout-outs to a lot of people.
Okay, as long as it's aimed at you, that's fine. I was about to get upset. I was like, oh, no.
There's a story. I'll explain it later.
All right, cool.
Shout out to everybody who's been watching, supporting. Shout out to all of the fans. Yeah, the fans of the London Olympians, the fans of the Norwich Devils.
Obviously,
the fans of yours truly as well. Shout out to Tom who's watching back at home.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Mikel that's watching as well. Thanks for the support. You know,
it's his surname Arteta.
The surname is definitely not Arteta. You know, since you mentioned earlier, is it still currently 1-0?
Still currently 1-0.
Okay, interesting.
Odegaard puts in the cross to Kai Havertz.
I'm multitasking, are we? Multiple commentating there.
Fingertips just out of the reach of his foot.
So the Olympians offense is back on the field. It looks like we have a change at quarterback. It looks like Khan Arai is in at quarterback number 2. Apologise if I have said your name wrong. Looks like we got some changes at wide receiver as well. But for the most part, it looks like the starting O-line is still on the pitch.
That's an important thing. A lot of people forget, you know. They think run up the score, put the backups in as quote unquote backups.
Yeah, but it's good to get them have some experience.
Euroland sometimes because
Low slap again.
Right, takes the snap. It's a bit of a
Good
low
play.
one. It's caught on the side by Blue Thompson, who wrestles a would-be tackler off him and forces his way forward for a 7-yard gain.
Is the quarterback wearing a hoodie?
He is wearing a hoodie.
In this heat?
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
Surprise, surprise.
I would not be playing in a hoodie in this temperature. I'll tell you that one there.
There are a lot of things in this temperature, but
maybe he's very cool.
On the floor. The turf is dry. You know, but
well, first play throw, second down.
He has a reception, small game, but some game nonetheless.
Is that Harry Dowdle in that running back?
Looks to throw another one awry.
Oh, that should have been caught, but that was a good pass protection.
In and out, it's a drop.
Okay, QB2. We like that. QB2 wearing number 2.
This drink tastes funny.
I think for a backup quarterback to come in and your OC to call 2 pass plays, you know, should give you some confidence that he has some confidence in you. Because it's very easy for you to come in and then just hand the ball left, hand the ball right, you know, very simple, you know, not taking many chances to turn the ball over.
It definitely shows confidence. And here's another pass play as he directs his receiver and almost finds Blue Thompson.
And we have a flag for roughing the passer.
In the direction of Chimoy Young and Blue Thompson. Almost had the receiver, but definitely roughing the passer here. That's going to be a...
Now, is he generally hurt, or is he, you know, proper just selling it to make sure he gets the flag?
You'd hope that they're not hurt at the end of the day.
100%. Yeah, unfortunately, again, it's another one of those ones that we didn't actually see the contact, but we saw the flag and we knew instantly that it was roughing the passer.
Actually, Christian Mendes' dream team, I beg to differ. This quarterback seems very hot at the moment. You know, it seems like he's
Okay, so it looks like he is injured.
There is an injury timeout.
Oh, it looks like we potentially may be getting the starting quarterback back into the game.
Looks like another quarterback may be coming in. It'll be interesting to see if they bring in the starter back in. If they bring knocked over a bottle of water just there. If they bring Toby Calder back in, or if they bring someone else in, they could bring.
It would have been nice to see him play. Another previous player that I played with at my time when I was at Olympians.
They are clapping off the injured player off the field.
That is very upsetting for the player. You know, 3 snaps, you know, 2 completions, was looking good.
But it looked positive, you know. It may have been a small sample, but it definitely looked positive, and it's always good to see when a backup quarterback comes in and they're able to perform with even a small sample. If they're able to put a few good passes together, you know, take care of the football, keep the chains moving. As we've seen, he's definitely got the confidence. He's able to direct receivers where he wants them to go and evade the pocket while still looking where he wants to, and it looks positive. You know, if this is the future for the Olympians, it looks very positive at the moment.
So it does look like the starting quarterback has been entered back into the field. You know, like I said, I mentioned earlier, they do have a third quarterback, but it doesn't look like he is fit enough to play today. So let's hope that, is it Toby? Sorry, QB, if I forgot your name.
Toby Calder,
number 12, you know, sees out this game without any further injuries. Because they do have a game next week against Exiles.
Calder in the pocket, drops back and throws one incomplete. Intended for Chimoy Young, and it's miscommunication. One went left, the other one went right.
Speedy recovery to Khan. Hope it's nothing serious. Second and 10.
Calder in the pocket, high snap, gets absolutely walloped, number 47.
We like that.
Luke Rosen gets destroyed by
We
number
like
82.
that.
Is that Ethan?
No, it's number
Was
4. It was number 4.
Well, I saw
Yeah.
was 82 standing there. Samoy,
Sean Banks.
somebody spilt water on that.
Somebody spilled water. Oh, we like that. Clean
Sean
through the
Banks,
O-line.
Sean Banks with an absolute missile.
Great tackle. Yeah, actually, I like that. Knife through the O-line. Dissect to the play.
Now,
3rd and 15. Give or take.
3rd and 15. Got to go long now.
Oh, and again,
Need the first down.
screen. Pick.
Pocket explosive,
Oh,
almost
no!
intercepted.
He
Number
dropped it.
16, Tyrell Campbell.
Oh,
Slaps his helmet
no.
in frustration.
He wants that one back because I don't think there would have been anyone near him.
There was no one. He had complete daylight. He could have been off to the races.
Oh. No way. You know what? There was maybe 2 O-linemen drive, so maybe that can give cause to why the linebackers were able to knife through the O-line so easily.
Anyway, that brings up 4th down, and
You
Olympians are
have-
going to punt. You just saw a close-up of Ray Seymour.
Lockett's on the bench. He wasn't in on that drive.
So, Saeed Sharif to punt. Low snap, bobbled.
Still got
picked
time.
up, has to evade a man.
Oh,
Gets it away.
Touch it,
Untouched.
that one.
That's a
Olympian
live
ball.
ball, and the Olympians are going
Looks
to
like
pick that
Olympians
up
got
and
back on it.
recover that.
Offense back on. Olympians.
This is
back
Raoul
on.
Moore, number 31, the
Ah.
linebacker, with the recovery.
Special teams gaff again.
It bounced up. It bounced off the shoulder / arm of Santana, and he couldn't hold it in.
All right, I'm going to just say this, yeah. If Olympians play like this next week, yeah, the scoreline may not. Because, yes, they're winning, but the performances have not been great.
Come on. Calder in the pocket, looks to
Good
throw.
throw.
Finds Jamoy Young over the sideline. Managed to make a cut in, and he works his way almost down to about the 10-yard line.
That was a nice throw by the QB there. Interesting, we might be getting a new QB for the Olympians on the next drive. Let's watch this space.
Be interesting to see what happens here. Calder, hands off to Alongo, spins up the middle.
Another good run. Maybe stopped at the 2.
Maybe given a few yards there, and
You know, I'm speaking louder so that you can hear me, forgetting that I've got a mic on and that.
I've got to be able to hear you. Don't really
I know, like.
Right. I stand corrected. He originally was, I said he was at the 10-yard line. They were brought down to about the
Well, I called it the 2.
3-4 yard line. Now they're down at the 2. Same formation now. Motion across to
Motion.
Thompson.
My blue.
Calder. Hands off
Hands
inside
off.
again to Alongo. Spins and gets his way to the left. And
Bring the chair.
it's brought down again, maybe outside about the 1-yard line. Another small gain. It's another Norwich Devil slow to get up, but he's helped up by Olympian. Shade. You're in the way of the camera. You can hear everything you guys are saying. You're in the way of the camera. Fuck this camera, bro. So, 3rd and goal. Alongo finds a crease. Is he into the end zone? Referee's going to mark him short. Looks to be about on the yard line. Now, 4th and goal. Hand off to Alongo. Is he going to squeeze his way in? Does he make it in? He's in. Referee says touchdown. That's another 6, and some laundry comes out afterwards.
So, Olympians 34, Devils 6.
Multiple fouls. Right.
There's been a lot of penalties this game.
There's been an awful lot of penalties now. While the referees are describing these penalties, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, and I will see you back in a bit.
Field goal is good. So, oh, wrong. 35 to the Olympians, 6 to the Devils.
You go in, they see you powerful, they take you out.
Oh, look at that. A shout out for Banks. Banks is number 45 for the London Olympians, playing an outside linebacker. Started the game, you know, doing his job. I don't think he's blown outside contain once so far.
Do you need ice or anything?
Nice kick there. Into the end zone for a touchback. Devils will start at their own 20. More rotation by the London Olympians defense.
This is the thing, it's all the
My bad. So it's not for the London Olympians. It's Banks for the Devils. He's the one that made that big hit earlier on. Again, in a sense, both banks have played well so far. First and 10, Devils from their own 20. Pass play again. Skip. I think the refs are calling an incomplete pass and not a fumble. So it will be second down.
Sen götüreyim mi? Araba.
All right, we go second and 10. QB set up the pass. Throw, good for number 12. Good contain, good tackling. Good angles of pursuit by the London Olympians defense. All right, that's unsportsmanlike. There we go, multiple flags once again. Very good job by the Olympians by not reacting, keeping a cool head there. So the QB that I was excited to see, who I didn't think was going to enter the field of play today, is currently warming up. So it'll be interesting to see how many reps Dami gets, what he's asked to do. He is still recovering from a serious injury, so you know they probably won't force him to do too much. But let's see. Oh, okay. Finished. I'll be a pro.
Slowly but surely, he's getting there. He learning.
Third and a long way to go for the Devils.
This is on the Devils offense. Let's go, Ray number 12. That's Raymond Seymour. As a pitch comes out to number 25, Joe Jacobson. It's just in and out of the hands of him. Can't quite haul it in.
Without knowing what their scheme is, it's very hard to say what they're trying to do because, as mentioned in their previous game, you know, they were very run heavy. There was a lot of screens, there was a lot underneath. Obviously, there's a different QB that's in right now who seems to appear to have a bit of a decent arm. So you'd think that they'll stretch the DBs and try and aim deep. Especially since they're chasing the game, like you want to at least give yourself half a chance. That was what, third and 25, and they decided to throw to the running back on a swing route. That's very unlikely to get you the first down in that situation.
When we look at the Norwich Devils offense, it's very, as the Olympians have a bit of a confusion with their punt returner coming on. When you look at the Devils offense, we've seen what they're able to do with the touchdown that they scored. We've seen the talents that they have, and it is still a 3-score game, so they need to do something.
Punt.
They need to do something as that bounce takes. Moses.
It's not necessary.
It
wasn't necessary though.
He's having fun today. I got a chance to speak to him earlier, a couple of minutes ago, and he's having a lot of fun. I can imagine. Probably a bit extra, maybe give himself
that music. I don't know whether he thought the ball was live, whether he hit an Olympians player or not, or was he just doing that for the cameras?
Got to be sure. You just got to be sure. Now, Olympians offense taken over. Ajibade in the backfield.
Yeah, I was glad to see Dami back on the field.
Babiaka in the pocket. He looks to
Nice
throw.
long throw.
And that's
Oh, lovely!
caught
Oh,
by
one
Jed
play,
Brennan.
one touchdown.
Oh.
There we go. We like
Another
that, Dami.
6. Another 6 for the London Olympians.
We like that, Dami.
There were 2 guys almost in the vicinity. That went past 2 arms almost being intercepted. They weren't close enough.
We like that, Dami.
1 play, 1 pass, one score.
That's my guy.
And that's another 6 on the board for London Olympians.
We like that. We like that a lot. Who threw touchdown to you? Brennan, your ex-teammate.
We're all ex-teammates.
Well, you're all ex. Well, you know, again, for some of them are my ex-teammates, some of them are your ex-teammates. You know what I mean? Yeah, we like that, Dami.
It's not my only ex-teammate.
Good to see. Good to see.
Well, something's happened and flags are all over the place.
I'm really happy for him. You know.
That is a real story. After some of the injury issues he's had over the past, to come back and deliver that first time, and you can just see, you can probably hear the emotion on the sideline.
That was great, man. Like,
absolutely electric.
You know, obviously without being here on a week to week to see them train and stuff, you know, depending on how far he is away from being fully healthy, you know, by the time, you know, the Olympians are maybe making that playoff push, maybe he's going to be looking to, you know, take over that starting QB position, you know. But
definitely, I know
again,
he's a quarterback who's been looked
Toby has played very well today. You know, he's only had 1 turnover, I believe.
High snap, too far, almost kicked
Throw
by
it away.
Sharif, and now downed, and they've got him down eventually. Amish, it was a bad snap, and it just seemed to just completely blow up from there.
That is something that they definitely have to work on in training over the next couple of weeks, because these missed field goals, these points that they're missing could become vital further down the line. Yeah, like I said,
it's not so much of a problem in a game like this where you're 4 scores up, but in a deep game in the playoffs, you know.
Well, like I said, that return to the Mavs, where they have to win that game, and they have to win that game by more points than the Mavs beat them.
Which is 1.
Which was 1. So how many field goals have they missed today?
I mean,
how do you know what I mean? So these ones,
to get a win, it's to get a 1 point, to get more than a 1 point win, anything would do.
Yeah, but still, you want to sort it out now. You want to sort it out now. Yeah.
It's interesting to note, to make note of, is that Olympians actually were eliminated on a missed field goal last season.
Yes, they were, and it was a missed goal that they took 3 times.
3 times,
yes.
3 attempts. I was there.
So, yeah,
it's
something that has to be addressed.
It was frustrating to watch.
Imagine you lose again on a missed field. Obviously, they have a different kicker now. The kicker,
again, because we were on the Hertfordshire sideline to see the Hertfordshire guys celebrate, and then it was almost like, no, they got to kick it again, and then celebrate again, and a big kick here from Sharif. This one's going deep, and it's going to get left for a touchback. I think quite a few of his kicks have been left there because
he has the leg. He has the leg,
and the coverage team have been doing a job as well.
When it comes to the field goal, right now it's the operation between the snap and the holder that has been messed up. I think as well, for me, the operation has been messed up. Instead of the QB trying to scramble around, make play, just throw it out of bounds. Yeah, just don't do anything stupid that could potentially result in the other team scoring 2. Because again, when it comes to a team against a better position and the margins are a lot smaller, you don't want to take no chances.
100%. You don't want to take too many risks. Now this is a game of risks, but there are times where the risks are, when the risk outweighs the reward.
I'm being called out for my terminology, so I want to apologize, yeah? All right, I get it. Wrong words used. Cheers, appreciated.
Now,
yeah. If you think it's so easy, come and do it yourself.
And off to Santana, and it just goes nowhere, and the Olympians just seem to be taking this game by a complete storm at this moment.
Daniel Charlton says that Chucky for the Olympians used to give him a lift to training for Sussex when I was a rookie 12 years ago. Absolute legend. Sounds like Chucky's been in the game for a long time.
Sounds like Chucky's pretty old.
Well, it was 12 years ago. It makes me feel old.
He was a rookie 12 years. How old were you when you were a rookie 12 years ago?
But when did you start playing the sport?
About 8 years ago?
About 8 years ago, so that
Goodness
is
me, I'm
2000, not 2000, 2024, bad maths. My maths is struggling. 2016 is when you started.
Something like that, yeah. Yes.
I see you quite animated there.
Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. Martinelli. Martinelli.
Fourth quarter.
Thinking now. Fourth quarter.
Four.
This is where everyone holds their fours up.
Four.
This is where everyone holds their fours up. This is where wins
Well,
become losses and
not,
losses become wins.
not in a game like this, unfortunately. Maybe it was a bit closer.
That was a quote from the witching hour.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth quarter here in this game. 78 minutes gone at Old Trafford.
Fourth quarter, 2nd and 15 for the Devils.
As the Norwich Devils have possession of the ball.
I always find it
sends Grosvenor on motion. Snap here, fake handoff. Looking for a receiver, gets flushed out to his left. Looking, pitches one out to Santana.
That's an interesting way of throwing the ball, eh?
Doesn't quite hold it in, it's incomplete. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
3rd and a very long way to go.
My goodness.
Looks like certain Olympians players can't be trusted on 3rd downs. Subbed off.
So it's interesting to see the rotation comes in. It looks like some of these guys are able to play multiple positions. It's good to see versatility in the team.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just connected to that one now.
I don't know whether you'd be pointing to the top.
That one up.
Just better angle, better lighting. You will eventually. That one goes deep and
Nearly another interception.
Number 38. Angel Linares with the breakup. Pass intended for Ray Seymour. And, Olympians seem to be shutting down everything that Norwich are throwing at them.
Fourth down, our punt to come.
Very interesting, very interesting. Some very interesting things are happening here. Now it's 4th down here. The Norwich Devils are looking to punt. They are punting, and number 10.
Timeout taken by Devils.
Calls a timeout. A timeout to save the delay of game.
Maybe they'll line up for another fake, and Olympians sussed it out. You've got nothing to lose if you're the Devils. You might as well just put your offense out there.
At this point, the gap in the scoreline, you have to either go for it or you keep punting. You're almost at this point, it's damage limitation. You know, as a rugby style punt comes out, it doesn't go very far, but it gets a lot of hang time, and there's enough time for the Norwich Devils to make it downfield and cover that. Down that around about the midpoint of the field here. Not really an opportunity to return that because that had a lot of hang time there.
You've been summoned. They've told you to change the 4th quarter. I don't know how to do that, so you're gonna have to step in. There we go. Oh, look at that.
Russell, are you happy now? Are you happy now?
We did announce it was the 4th quarter.
Did say it was the 4th quarter. We told
Damien again with a toss to number 36.
36 here, running to the sideline and
kept
shakes
his
off
feet.
a tackle, shakes off another
All right,
one.
come on.
Tiptoes
Another
his way
flag.
to an extra yard and
Another
draws a
flag.
flag as well for the late hit.
Another late hit out of bounds. So unnecessary. So unnecessary. Who's 36 on running back? Let's see. 36 is Toby. Toby, I'm not even going to try to attempt to do that. I'll leave those pronunciations to you. Yeah, listen.
I'm not Nigerian.
I'm not Nigerian either, but I'm not gonna butcher someone's name. I'm just gonna say your first name, and then hope for the best. So, Toby, nice run. Good way to keep your cool. Yeah. Want to turn the
What are
camera?
you looking at? What are you looking at? Would you like to tell the audience?
we should pan to the spectators, show the fans, show them the audience. You could be here as well at Blackheath Rugby Club.
Could be here.
But also, we appreciate you watching on the live stream instead. Coach Ross says, doing a great job, lads. Thumbs up, we like that, thank you. Positive comments are always nice. Not some of the negative comments we saw earlier.
Always doing a good job, and Russ, you're doing a fantastic job spectating as well.
I'm not going
to have you watching.
I'm not going to say that on the stream.
We're not going to say that one, but
but yeah, let's go Banks. Unlucky.
incomplete there. Incomplete. He's almost thrown into the ground there.
I'm gonna go with the assumption that is Banks
Intended
for the
Brent.
Devils again. Seems that Banks has got a lot of fans.
That's that would be number 4, Sean Banks for the Norwich Devils. If I can picture him out, is that him there? Is that?
He's been playing at linebacker. Well, actually, he's playing D-line right now.
Now, Babiaka in the pocket. Jibade in the backfield. Looks to throw. Rolls out to his right.
You
Receivers
can see that
open, receivers everywhere. He's got a bit of space.
But you can see that he's not fully comfortable on his legs. Like, the dummy I know would have just taken off and just went. He's still got a little bit of a jip in his step as he runs. So, you know,
100%.
he needs
It
to play it safe.
Definitely play it safe. You know, he's got the ability, but you know, you want to keep yourself healthy. Is the main point. The main thing is you want to keep yourself healthy.
So Gary, this game was delayed due to the youth game finishing late. So this game was kicked off at 3:30.
That's a lie. They delayed it because they were waiting for me.
It doesn't matter. Once his lid's off, he has to leave the field of play. Yep. So they've taken a timeout. So now he doesn't have to come off the field. You know, like I said, yeah, I don't want to get at the refs too much, yeah. It's a lot hard to do. But the refs are right. Once your lid comes off, you're going to come off for a play. Oh yeah, you've told me I've got to... Oops, no, didn't mean to do that. Right, let's come off. Switch camera angles.
You see number.
Oh! Oh no!
We come back. Here's the
There we go.
Olympians O-line, Olympians offense there, and there's number 78, that absolute beast of a man, George Deuce. Tried his talents out and abroad in the UK, out in Germany. He's a very, very experienced player there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
As a pitch to Ajibade here, makes a man miss and eventually gets wrapped up by a couple of guys, number 95 and number 16.
Flag.
Tackle was led by Seth Shipley, number 95, and number 16, Tyrell Campbell, came in to clean up just to make sure he was down. A flag is on the field, however.
So many flags. Offsetting. I don't think we've.
If it catches on you, I'm walking off the pitch. Oh, it's a Frenchman again.
Now, third down for the Olympians. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4.
Pass
Snap
play.
comes for Ababiaka.
Reading the defense.
Looks, throws, and looks to almost have a receiver
should've
there.
had
It's
that.
just in and out of the fingertips. Number 83, Stefan Paulson, the tight end.
That should have been a 3rd down by 83, Stefan Paulson.
It looks like the field goal unit are going to come on to try and punch in another 3 points for.
And the long snapper is snapping it a bit short. So instead of maybe like 8 or 9 yards, you maybe snap up to 7. But let's see what happens here. Yeah, let's see if we can finally get a good snap, good hold, and a good kick.
This will be a 30-yard, 40-yard field
Snap's
goal.
good, holds down, and it is short. Didn't have the legs by about 5 yards. But the process there was better. Not as smooth as it could be, but it was better.
This time we had a good snap and a good hold, and obviously the kick just didn't quite have the leg for it at that instance. But it was a lot more of a positive looking outcome compared to the last one. Now, obviously, the Norwich Devils are going to come back onto the field at the 30-yard line, and they've got a slightly shorter field than they would have if it was a touchback, but I stand corrected. 22-yard line. Right, now, we've got a bit of time as we are deep into the 4th quarter. We're just going to give a quick shout out to the officials for today. So our main referee, Lee Wood, has done a fantastic job so far. Umpire Stuart Tomlinson, head linesman Daniel Clark, line judge Susanna Taylor, and back judge William Marriage. So I just want to give a quick shout out to all 5 of those guys.
So we've been asked to come to the Cats versus Blitz next week, but I believe we're going to be at Solent versus Warriors next week.
Next week is not Solent versus Warriors.
Oh, when's that then, no?
Like 2-3 weeks ago. Ooh, good move from Santana.
Good run, good hit.
Moves here, squeezing in and out, and almost finds his way, but gets wrapped up by Raul Hoare for a gain of about 5 yards.
We will definitely have to check the schedule, but I'm pretty sure we do have a Prem game next week.
It may be.
I'm pretty sure it is.
All I know is that the Thrashers are going to Aztecs.
Oh, okay, maybe it's Thrashers.
It could be that game.
Maybe it's Thrashers versus Aztecs then. Sorry.
If it is, give me a microphone. Now, Burrell, looking to go long maybe.
Oh, come on!
Draws his arm down, pull it and run, and he's still going. Gonna force his way forward, gain a few yards, maybe 2 extra yards, and a late flag comes in. Played a minute and a half of the 6 minutes of stoppage time, still 1-0.
All right, again, 10's coming off because his face was taken off. His helmet was taken off. The QB, number 10.
Oh, bro.
So they've number 9's come back in for the snap.
A change of quarterback again for the Norwich
Devils.
I was about to say for the Norwich Devils. Burrell out for Whedon. This may be for one play. This may be for longer. We'll wait and
Me
see,
personally, I would burn
likely.
a timeout here to have my number 10 back in.
I mean, given the score as well, it's not really anything he has to save.
True.
So the foul's been waved off the play. Just go straight to 3rd down.
I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but it's about 3rd and 4.
So, Whedon in the pocket. Looks, hands it off quickly to Santana, who makes a cut and goes the other way to his right.
Oh,
Makes a
good
couple of guys
play.
miss, squeezes his way forward.
Just short.
Gains a
It's
couple
gonna
of
be about
yards. He may be just short of the first down mark.
It's going to be roughly about 4th and 2.
That's going to bring up. He's going to get his way to about the 31-yard line.
Oh, it looks like it wasn't just a one play. It looks like number 10's actually injured because they're keeping number 9 in.
Yeah, number 10 still seems off the sideline.
Yeah, it's taking a
Burrell's
knee.
on the sideline with the knee taken. See if we can get a closer look of him.
Now, if I was the Devils, I would draw an offside here.
Now, hand off here again to Santana, who
Oh, looks
gets
short.
a couple of
Looks very short.
right on the marker. It was very, very, very close. We'll have to
It
wait
looks
for the
short.
referee's signal.
Don't think he got
Olympians
it.
are saying he didn't make it.
Don't think he
Some
got
of the
it.
Devils are saying he did make it.
Don't think he made it.
The referees are going to have a discussion and see where he was spotted, because it looks like he may have
Let's get the chains up.
potentially got
Measure it.
to it, but was he down
Get the
before he
chains
got
up.
past? Did he stay up? Did he keep his knee from going down? And
He didn't give
Olympians
it.
have the ball. Turnover on downs. Unable to make anything out of it.
A time check would be nice.
Time check would be lovely. Let me see if I can find out. Now, first down. Ababiaka looks to throw in the direction of Amadou Mark, and that's incomplete. Broken up well by number 19, Ryan Turner.
No. Yeah, got injury time out here. A player of the Devils is down.
Right. Someone's down, knees have been taken, and David Raya collects.
Second and 10. Were you able to get a time check?
I'll get one in a second. Oh my. Not get distracted now. Let's not get distracted. We still have a game to play now.
Oh,
Abiaka
clean
is going to
through.
get swallowed in the backfield. Somebody didn't block, and somebody
Good
got
timing on that
through.
blitz by number 95.
Completely unaware. Seth Shipley with another big tackle, with a sack, in fact.
It is now 3rd and trying to see what the marker is. Is that 20? 3rd and 20 now?
They're doing a lot.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to get to
3rd and 20.
Camden for a first down.
So you either try and go deep. Oh, actually, no, it looks like they've got an eye formation, offset eye.
Ooh, interesting.
So it looks like they're just going to hand it off.
Could be a running play, you never know. I mean, McLean in the backfield, or a little miscommunication there, and he looks like he's going to get swallowed
by number 4, Banks again.
Sean Banks. Somebody gave him a shout out earlier.
Down.
Large Banks.
Good
Defense
snap.
coming in.
Very high snap punt, but not a lot of
High punt
distance.
doesn't seem to get a lot of distance. Seems to bounce straight towards the sideline and right in front of us. The ball stops.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, near us.
It was Tyler Jason with the punt. New punt has come into the game. And with that being
Interesting
said,
to
the
see
2-minute warning has just gone as the Norwich Devils offense takes to the field to try and restore some dignity within their offense, within the performance today, within the scoreline, just to try and make it look a bit more respectable. Now, do you think that this late in the game after the 2-minute warning, do you think that the Devils have what it takes to be able to put something together and drive down the field one more time?
Unfortunately not. It doesn't look like number 10 is back in. It looks like they've gone back to number 9, who struggled in the first half, you know.
No. Whedon looking to run and gets completely
crunch.
destroyed. 3 guys at the same time.
Crunch!
I see 90, 66 and 30 in there
Crunch.
for the London Olympians. There was Harry Dowdle in there. Ricky Boylan was in there too. And Michael Kikiwo was in there.
Crunch.
They came flying in.
Oh, that is the second string
3 on 1
D-line,
from-
and it's, you know, the performance is just wasn't good.
North, east and west. 3 directions. You've got nowhere to go. His momentum's already going forward.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Jabari Samuels.
Looks like they switched down to a 4-3.
Now,
Pass, screenplay.
Whedon looks for a
Way
screen and
too
it's
high.
too high again for Grosvenor.
It's
Doesn't look like they can put anything together today.
it's not great when you can't complete a simple screen pass, unfortunately.
I think there's going to be a lot of back to the drawing board about the simples today. Because if these screen passes had worked, you know, if all of these screen passes had gone their way, you're looking at a lot of yards after the catch. You're looking at a lot of
Potentially.
potential missed tackles and potential yards gained up the sideline and out wide. Because they do have the talent. They do have the talent. It's just they've not been able to utilise it today. Sweden looks again for
All right,
another
there's
pass.
the
This
screen.
time finds Grosvenor, gets outside with guys
Nice
chasing
run,
him.
good
and he's gonna
tackle
get
by. Can't really complain too much about that.
managed to stop the run and stop the gain from being anything big.
I think that's the second time we've mentioned we had the pick in the first half. Since then, for the most part, it's been quite quiet.
Definitely, yeah. I think with the timeouts
Oh,
that have already
that's
been
it.
taken, the game was allowed to just run dry. Big win for the London Olympians at home.
There we go. Lovely.
Now, some may say they may be unhappy with the scoreline, but at the end of the day, that's a +1 in the first column, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day when you're going to take that. Commiserations for Norwich Devils. Of course, their season isn't over, but this will be back to the drawing board. There'll be a lot of questions asked about some of the plays, some of the play calling, and some of the execution as well, because they definitely show that they have talent. They've shown that they have some talent here from the score that we saw from London Borough number 10 when he came in at quarterback, but they just couldn't put things together, and there were too many incompletions, too many dropped screens, and to be honest, with the start that they had and the electric start that the London Olympians had, the game was out of reach by the first quarter.
So, based off today's performance, do the Olympians have what it takes to challenge the Mavs?
It'd be an interesting one because I need to see probably the highlights from that game, that first game.
Okay.
So I feel like Olympians weren't at their best in that game. I think they could have been better. I know that the Mavs are very strong, so I'm running circles around you.
Mavs.
Spectators come.
Answer the question,
I can't
and he
stand
needs
still.
to look at some film before he can.
I can't stand still. That's what it is.
I think it will be a very good rematch. The Mavs have to travel to here, so we'll see how they travel. Olympians generally have more of their players available at home games. They don't really travel as well as they used to be. But again, without knowing what happened in that game, we don't know whether Mavs didn't have all their players. We don't know, if there was a luck of the bounce here or there.
100%. I mean, you'd say you're more likely to have more of your players at home at the home games. We don't know how many of them travel in and out and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
Is it off? You got that one, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So we're back to talking.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said, I
it'd be
think Mavs are the
interesting to
favourites
see.
for this division.
It'd be interesting to see that game. Yeah. Whoever comes out winning that game will go on the rest of the season. I don't know who else in the division can really challenge these two. If we look at it,
If I'm being brutally honest, I don't think there is. Not in this division. I think what will be interesting is when it reaches to the playoffs and, potentially, let's say, it's Mavs versus Rushmore Knights, or, if potentially goes to the final, speculating maybe a Mavs versus Nottingham Caesars Div 1 final.
It'll be interesting to see because we know Nottingham Caesars up north, they are very, very strong.
Yes,
they have some
they
athletes. I know they've had, apologies if you could hear any of that. But I know they have some very, very good athletes some of whom have been abroad as well. Some of them have been abroad, taking their talents elsewhere, come back with their expertise. And obviously, that obviously helps the whole team. When you have guys that can come in.
So you're the veteran in terms of the commentating. How do you think I did today?
It's a very good start. Very positive.
Good start. Okay, I'll take that.
Had some qualities. Picked some things up. I still have a lot to learn myself, so
I'm going to be learning off you. So don't tell me that, because I'm learning off you. So if you're making mistakes, I'm going to be picking up on your mistakes.
Hopefully nobody notices my mistakes.
Lovely Sunday evening.
Yeah, we saw almost 50 points worth of scoring total. It'll be good to see if we later on will be updated with some scores from around the league.
All right, so once again, London Olympians 41, Norwich Devils 6. I've been Nana, joined by the wonderful Kwame. Here at Sports I'd like to thank everyone that was on the live stream. And look forward to the next one. Look forward to my next opportunity to do some commentating. And working on the craft. I'm good. Anything you want to say?
People were upset that some teams get to win and some teams don't.
That's just life.
I believe there was somebody who maybe supports. Team you support? Accrington Stanley. Well, we get a little clip of the winning team as we're trying to load up some of the scores from around the country.